everyone, and welcome back to another Storytime video. This Sunday is, in my opinion, the greatest sports event of the year. It is the Super Bowl. And per usual, I'm going to talk about the previous year's Super Bowl. Now, before I get into the story today, I just wanted to say that I tried to find the equivalent teams of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs to play in Mutant Football League, the background gameplay that you're watching. But it occurred to me after I got done with this that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers team in this game, of course they're not called that, but they're DLC, and I need to buy some of the DLC. But I thought that the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New York Tyrants, which is supposed to be the Eagles versus the Giants, would be pretty good as well. So, Super Bowl 54. A game that thankfully was not as boring and unforgettable as Super Bowl 53. It's so unforgettable that, well, it's not really. I guess it's a little bit partly because it's unforgettable, but also part of the fact that the Patriots have had so much success over the last 20 years that I oftentimes forget now that they won the Super Bowl just a couple of years ago. I forget about that now. But yeah, so thankfully, Super Bowl 54 was not as boring as 53, of course. Now, I thought that Super Bowl 54 would be a little bit higher scoring than it was. But regardless, it was a good game, and one that I rewatched like a week ago. Man, there were some good play calls, weren't there? Of course, well, a lot of people remember Wasp, the infamous play that the Chiefs converted on that third down when they were down by 3 or 4. I don't remember off the top of my head. When they were down 3 or 4 points, and it was third down and long, and they really needed to convert on that third down play in order to really help their case to win. And the 49ers had some pretty good play calls as well. They were able to utilize the fullback, which utilizing the fullback in this day and age is kind of it's kind of a rare thing, but the 49ers were able to utilize their very talented fullback well. So, and I'm glad that the Chiefs were able to end their 50-year Super Bowl drought not only by going to the game, but by winning the game. And the 49ers went back in 2012, but they didn't win. That was the first Super Bowl that they had ever lost, and last year was their second Super Bowl that they have ever lost. They last won theirs back in the 94-95 season. In the highest scoring Super Bowl, actually, that's someone had it up on their phone and they asked me what it was. Or maybe they looked it up after I gave my answer and I thought that I was right. I thought it was like the first Cowboys and Bills Super Bowl that was like 52-17 or something like that. Anyway, so the game was a pretty fun one to watch. I really enjoyed it. And I hope that this game in 48 hours really lives up to all the hype. Well, it's about 48 hours away. You guys know what I mean. It's Friday. The game's Sunday. Which, of course, the Buccaneers are the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium. Now, this is a rehashed joke from a YouTube channel that I like to watch called That's Good Sports, where he joked around and said that the Buccaneers should sleep in that pirate ship they have next to the stadium the night before the Super Bowl, but that they should eat plenty of oranges so that they don't get scurvy. Or, I guess if you live in Kansas City, you hope they do and that they do get scurvy. But, yeah, I just thought that joke from That's Good Sports was too funny to not share with all of you guys in case you haven't heard him say that. But yeah, I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think that the Chiefs will win, but I'm worried about Tampa Bay's defensive line and their pass rushers that they have. Their defensive coordinator, Todd Bowles, is a very creative defensive mastermind that likes to blitz. So, expect him to blitz a lot. Well, maybe not a lot, because I think that he realizes that if they keep blitzing all the time, then Andy Reid will adjust and the receivers might beat the corners very quickly, but I expect there to be some blitzes, especially on third down. Maybe bring a corner blitz, maybe a safety, maybe a double A gap blitz on third down. Well, maybe stuff more to the outside because I think Kansas City's down their top two tackles, their right and left tackle, so they have backup tackles. Now, segue here. It would terrify me as a Chiefs fan that Mike Remmers is going to be starting at left tackle in the Super Bowl. As I, a Carolina Panthers fan, still have bad memories of Von Miller beating Mike Remmers like a drum in the Super Bowl 5 years ago. You know, it's funny. I have not rewatched Super Bowl 50 since I watched it live that night that it happened. I have no intention to anytime soon. But all I remember from that game is that sack fumble that Cam Newton had. That play where Mike Remmers got beaten like a drum. Because sometimes when I watch sports videos, they're all like, hey, check this play out. It's like, oh, God. I could have done without seeing that. But yeah, it's funny. Sometimes, every once in a while, seeing Panthers groups on Facebook, someone will post about how Jericho Cotchery dropped like a third down play that was a big play, and I'm like, and in my mind, I'm like, I don't remember that. But yeah, so I think the Chiefs will win, but it's hard to get it bet against Tom Brady. But I think that Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback that Tom Brady has ever had to play in his 9 Super Bowls before this. Out of the 8 different quarterbacks he's played, I think that Mahomes is by far the best. It's like, who's the second best? Oh, yeah, Kurt Warner would be the second best out of that group. I was going to be like, oh, yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes, and then all the rest, it's like, no, there's a Hall of Famer he said to play before. Although, I will say, as a Panthers fan, I do. Now, granted, I know the Panthers lost this Super Bowl, but I do like to kind of say sometimes when it does get brought up that in Super Bowl 38, when the Panthers played the Patriots, Jake Delhomme outplayed Tom Brady. Let that sink in for a little bit. Jake Delhomme outplayed Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. Now, I'm not trying to take anything away from Tom Brady. I'm just saying that that's impressive. That is impressive for anybody to outplay Tom Brady on the game's biggest stage. But yeah, I think that that'll do it for me today. And CS guys, I do believe that that will do it for this storytime video. And until next storytime video, I will see you all later. Goodbye, guys! Thank you all for watching.